So anytime you're logged onto the browser or you're trying to look for the URL, you can as well go to tms.daystar.ac.ke, or you can use graduatestudies.daystar.ac.ke. Those are two option handles for you to be able to log into the system. So when you're coming in as a first-time student, we'll be in a position to create an account for you. Immediately you register for Thesis, which we've made it seamless on our ERP. If you happen to begin early, then you'll have to send your credentials so that I create an account for you. We have those students who do it early, so we are forced to create an account. Then they start their research with their supervisor, depending on the supervisor you have, but all the same. So like I said, our two URL, it's tms.daystar.ac.ke, and you should hit this page that is being displayed on your screens. So once you're there, I'll share default password, like I've shared the default password with most of us, which is your student admission number. On this case, I'll use this admission as a run admission, as a dummy admission to have our presentation. So my username here, I'll use the admission number 170032. And then password, I'll use the same because it's a default password. But eventually it is prone to change because of data protection. We will want you to keep changing your password because we try to evade the breach, so that at any point you're hacked, you're not hacked at any point because you left your password all over. So you will be logged into the system.
Sorry, Moses, are we able to do this with you as you narrate this? Because there are some of us who have opened the page.
Yes. If you've opened, that's fine. We proceed, all of us.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you logged in?
So just for the benefit of those who had not started, who are more listening, we can just refresh them.
Sure. So like I said, for those who just come in, we have what we call thesis management system. This is a system that we have tailored to our own needs as a university to help us do various processes. One of the processes include your research, which is thesis and dissertation, so that you can run through that and get different approval. We have tried avoiding paperwork where you had to go and see your supervisor, or where you had to take your document to your school, to your HOD, to the library, to register, to finance for different office approval. So that's the reason as why we had to introduce thesis management. So how to access this system? We have two options, URL. We have tms.daystar.ac.ke, and that's one option. Second option, graduatestudies.daystar.ac.ke. Another option for you to easily get this link if you may not have it, it's on the Daystar website. It's one of the portals that it's listed there for easy of access. Then also, once an account is created for you, we send an email and then with a video tutorial just to help you get familiarized with the same system if you're not familiar. Another option, then how to access this, like I said, once you hit this page, after clicking all those URLs, it will redirect to this page where you'll see blue, then the Insta logo, then the login page. You'll click, you will enter your credentials, which you should have by then if you've registered for Thesis 691 or 690, depending with the school. Then username, as we provide, we usually have a default credentials, which is your student number. If you've forgotten that, you can always click on forgot password, just to show us. If you clicked on forgot password, the system should direct you to enter your username. Then you'll have to enter your student email that you've used to, or student or staff email, depending on your access role. And then after that, the system automatically sends your reset password to your email. Then you'll click that link that has been shared to your email. Then you'll have to change your password, then proceed. So on our case, I'm going to use this as our dummy account. And the username, the credential for the dummy account is 170032 with the same credentials as a dummy presentation. So you're going to click login after you've entered your credentials. You have logged in, you should hit this page. Confirm your user details. Please make sure that you have the correct details. You have the correct school, department, program, stage, and user status. So remember that your user status can be turned, can be disabled, not active, inactive. One, because you have completed your thesis. And once you've completed your thesis, you may need to write an email so that if you're beginning your PhD, we initiate that to activate so that your account is active. Then on the same thesis, we have different thesis. Once a student is cleared by the supervisor to defend the work, the student should download the progress report from the TMS. I'll be able to show us where we get our progress report from this TMS. And then also after that, you'll submit your report to your supervisor. Then your supervisor will have to approve that it's true indeed. This is the work we have been doing with you. It's like you're doing a performance contract for yourself and the supervisor, just to show the progress of how you have been doing your proposal or even a dissertation. Then once that is signed, you will have also to, the same document will be signed by HOD or the dean, either one can sign. Then also you'll have to register for thesis proposal if you've not done so. For those who had registered and taken a break, they'll have to register for
Moses, please unmute. Unmute your mic.
So sorry. Where did I was lost? Okay, I'll start from the key requirements on what you need to upload. First, a student will need clearance from the supervisor to upload the work. And remember that when you upload the work, the email is sent to both of your two supervisors, just to show that Wafula has uploaded the thesis, and also it's sent to the HOD and the dean to notify them that there is a document that has been uploaded. And then once the document is uploaded, first of all, you need to have what you call progress report for those doing proposal, and it must be duly filled, signed by your supervisors, and also your HOD or the dean, either of the two. Once you've done that, the document is processed on the system, looking at all the requirements that are having been fulfilled. And then it's sent to registrar on the same system. Registrar checks if you've registered for the units, and then advises. If not, they will advise for you to register. Once everything is settled at the registrar's department, it will be moved to finance department to check against your fee balance. And then after that, you'll be advised. Immediately from the finance, it's cleared. It goes to the library. This is where now the Turnitin is done. So you'll be given clearance through the library.
All classes ni online.
Charity, please mute. Then you'll have ethical clearance, depending with what you're doing. And then certificate of correction, which was introduced. And for your case, this time you will need to have 2 publications, and you'll need to have what we call ethical approval, which is Isaac. Then you'll have to seek for NACOSTI approval before you do your data collection. Then you must also do a Turnitin check immediately you've come from data collection to have a Turnitin report, second report. Then register for your final submission, pay for it on the student portal, and that is it. So let's dive into the first option. I understand that all of us have supervisors. The first option, once you hit the thesis management system, is that you have to apply for a supervisor. So once you apply for a supervisor, you will click apply. So on the application part, you will please indicate your school. You'll select from your school, and then please indicate your phone number, indicate your concentration, and then the department, and then research topic. Immediately with that, you click on save. Once you save that, you are able to see your application, open up your application. When your application is open, this is what you are able to see. The first status indicates it's processing. So since it's processing, it means there's a department that has to screen your document. And one of the way that your document is going to be screened, someone is going to check if you've keyed in the correct details and verify that. After verification, it's moved to registrar. And once it's at registrar's department, once it has registrar, I just want to show us how it looks. So when it gets to the registrar's department, it has to go to graduate school. Graduate school moves your document to registrar. Immediately it's moved to registrar, and then let's proceed that way. Immediately it's moved to registrar. Registrar checks against your registration, then moves it to finance. Finance moves it to school. Now you see at the application level of supervisor, we have removed the Turnitin, which is the library. So school verifies and gives you the supervisor. Then graduate school ratifies, and the same after ratification, the process is complete. So we wait for your graduation. I'll want to show us with a dummy account we used. This one is graduated. So the process started from processing, then all the way to register. And then you can see supervisors indicated on the same system. So that's first supervisor, second supervisor. So that you are done with a supervisor application module. I know most of us are looking forward to do the application, or most of us have already done. And this is the clear indication. This is where we are. And I just wanted us to check as it loads, it will be able to show us for the School of Education, so that you clearly know if you have applied for supervisor or you've not applied. And if you have not, please, you should be in a position to share with me your details for an immediate actioning. so that you comply with relevant regulations available. Any question pertaining supervisor application? I may take 1 or 2 questions and then proceed.
I think, Moses, it's been pretty clear. You can progress to the next one.
I can see Violet, she has a question. Please, Violet.
Okay.
Sorry, Moses, I came in when you had started. I just want to know, which portal are you in now? Is it D Online, or is it, where do you get this interface that you're using now? Thank you.
It's this is a thesis management system. So the only way to access that is you go to your browser, click type tms.daystar.ac.ke. That's the shortest way to get into the system. Once you're there, you use your student credentials. Please do remember that a hyphen is part of your student admission number. I don't just type 17. Do remember that. And then you should hit this portal. Then we proceed. I hope I'm clear, Violet.
Thank you so much, Moses. You're clear.
Okay, thank you. Please, Simon.
Thank you so much, Moses. You are very, very clear. But my question is, we were assigned supervisors. So do we still go and apply now that we were assigned?
Yes, just to do the application because of the audit, because of audit, we had talked with Dr. Ayu about this. So please proceed and do apply so that when an audit is done, we all have complied. Then the supervisors you allocated, we should be able to, I should be in a position to action that, or Dr. Ayu will be in a position to action that as soon as possible, because I do understand how processes work, and we will not want to be left behind and say you defended without having a supervisor on the system. So please, once we are done, just like I had indicated, please, if you're not in a position to, if you've not been able to log into the system, share your credential, share your, I'll share my email with you at the end of the session. Then do me an email. I'll action that.
Thank you, Moses.
You're welcome.
Very clear.
Thank you. Now we move forward to where majority of us are currently. This is a proposal defense application. At the proposal defense application, you now have different requirements that you need to fulfill pertaining your application for proposal defense. And one of the requirements is that you need to have your proposal thesis. Proposal thesis runs from chapter 1 to chapter 3 with all the appendices necessary for once you have that, you need an approval from your supervisors to proceed. And the reason that's why I had to introduce a notification bar to both the supervisors and the HOD and the dean, because we had a student who did the application without the approval and the consent of the supervisor. Then the supervisor said, I am not aware that my student had applied. So I will not want us to get into those conflicts. So you will be needed to have an approval from your supervisor. On this case, your second supervisor, because your first supervisor already has worked with you the whole chapter 1 to chapter 3, and vice versa as well. So you will need that signature. And then you'll also need to indicate your student your signature to prove that this is your work that you have done, because we want everyone to own up what they are doing. So once you have appended your signature, we will solely say this is your work, and we can also be in a position to defend you even if it's in a court of law. So that is the first requirement. Second requirement, progress report are usually important. We also want your supervisor to be paid. We do not want someone else to come and claim they were supervisors, your supervisor, yet they have not been the one supervising you. So in a kind gesture, please fill those progress report, do share with them, and they will sign. I'll genuinely tell you that. Then have the HOD append their signature. It can be the HOD or the dean, either. The reason as to why we opted to have HOD and the dean, one of them can sign, depends on the availability of the two. So if one can sign on the proposal, then well and good. So with that, we also expect that you yourself, you've run your document through the plagiarism. Then second, we also expect from your application that your document adheres to the graduate student handbook and currently the APA 7th edition, so that you just don't submit a plain document with signatories and then expect to be cleared. It will be pending processing. I'll give you a comment and just leave it there. You receive the same comment, your supervisor will receive the same comment, your HOD and the dean will receive the same comment, and we do not want to be there. I want all of us to graduate, and that has always been my prayer. So let's dive in and see how this application looks like. So first, when you click on proposal defense application, you will hit this page. And leave alone the applications I've made, I'll be able to show us example using those applications. So you will see we have what we call applied filter, which may not be necessary to you at the moment. These applied filters are only necessary to someone who has almost 1,000 applications. It's useful to me, useful to your supervisor and the HOD, because we have so many students who have applied and we'll want to filter them so that we get we get to them as fast as possible. So this is not important at the moment, but anytime you find yourself, you have applied a filter which may be wrong. Sometimes people apply filters, and assuming today is we did this application in January. So if I say I did this application in January, from January, so when I save this application, please do remember that all my application will disappear, because the time frame indicated on this will not display on my page. So what happens, this page can only, sometimes you may not know, it can unhide itself. Let me show us how it usually unhide itself. So the way it is, you go and ask, Wafula, I am not in a position to see my application, yet I did make an application. It's correct, you're not in a position to see. But first of all, please, we have a drop-down arrow here where my cursor is pointing. Click on that, check if you have any filter applied on your application. If there is any filter applied on your application, and you know clearly that you only need to have 2 to 3 applications or even 10 that do not need a filter, please go and delete. This may be useful because some of the PhD students are supervising students, and you may get to a point you have students you're supervising, you may get to a point you're working on different projects with different people, so you may need that filter. But for this case, since we are all introducing ourselves to it, we do not need a filter. So first, there is a click to apply, which is indicated in a totally different color. I know we are colorblind. So once you've clicked that, you'll be required to key in your relevant information. And please forgive me when I request for your numbers. The reason as why I'm requesting numbers is because if you made a wrong application, I'm in a better position to make a call to you and appeal to you to correct your application. I do understand that Data Protection Act has barred most from collecting personal information, but this is for our own sake and our own growth. Yes, I have the email option, the institution email option to share to most of you, which I've also indicated, and it may not be relevant sometimes since most of you have work email that uses Outlook, so you may not be in a position to get the email and responses from your application or even any comment or status change on your application. So with this, you will be required to key in your number. If we like using 0700, we never really. So also please indicate your school, education. I'm using that as our presentation, then leadership and policy studies, and then PhD class or a master's class. On this, please do specify your supervisor. Please specify your supervisor. I have all the list of supervisors. I don't want you to type the supervisors, many of them, because some of them you do not know their titles. So I want you to specify your supervisor. So on this case, my first supervisor is going to be Dr. Mwaka. Then the second supervisor, because I'm an admin, I'll pop up anytime. I'm going to suggest myself. The reason that's why I'm doing this, it's because I want us to be in a position to see what type of report do we receive immediately after this application. Then you'll move next. So on your next, you do not need a registration form, kindly. Those who may want to ask, why do we have a registration form? This was solely put on the returning student from 2021 downwards. So it was called special marshal students who are coming in. And now we no longer have them, we will not have them. So on the proposal, please, on this proposal, click to attach a file. And please note, I'm using this midwifery rotation 1, doc 1. I have the reason as why I'm using it. So on the same, please do attach a proposal, do attach a proposal approval page. An approval page, please take that screenshot of your supervisor's approval and do attach here. The reason as why I use that, sometimes I may have 1,000 applications lined up immediately and I would want to run through them. So first, I want to open your document. Second, I want to look at that. Then immediately you've had that approved, please attach a progress report. I'm using progress midwifery rotation 1 for a reason, because I want us to learn something today. Then immediately you have attached your document, please click save. So the system will take a minute. The reason as to why it's doing so, because it's sending an email to Dr. Mwaka, sending an email to me, Moses, as the applicant, then also sending an email to the second supervisor, who is Moses. So give it a little bit a minute as it processes, because it's sending different parities to different direction. So that usually takes a bit of time, a small time, not long, about 30 seconds, depending with your Wi-Fi. Then immediately it sends, you see our application pops up. So I want us to open up this application. So once you've opened up this application, it will show you the date added. So this is the date added. So it shows that I am the person who added this document. Second, it shows you the name of the applicant, phone number, school of education, concentration, signature. I have not wanted to put a signature. I was told to remove because of collecting more information. So it's still showing up. Then it shows first supervisor, second supervisor. All right.
By the way, I've already received a notification to show that you have already sent a document, the testing one. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted them to also see that notification. So I'll stop sharing so that you present that notification for them to be in a position to see how seamless we are all connected to our applications.
So do I use my TMS portal?
You can use your email
or my email. Let me use my email. I think it's because just to show, because then that's now what prompts me usually immediately to go and authorize your application, because I've received a notification. So usually I will go, here we go, Outlook, but I have so many things. So that's how usually I'll go to, because I've been prompted Then now immediately I remember, hey, I have a notification. I need to go and approve. And since it's also instantaneous, I don't have to, belabor in terms of remembering. Just like another email, I get that notification, then I go there. So here we go. Outlook. Is this? I hope you're able to see my Outlook and just see that, yes, I have received this. Now here, Moses a status has been updated by Moses, and somebody sent a thesis. So he's assuming that, yeah, this is your thesis. So Moses has updated status to check up with the student for guidance. Now this is the first supervisor, right? Or is
Yes.
it yes,
First
as a
supervisor.
supervisor. And then as an one who approves their documents, I'll get another notification.
Yes.
So this is like, yes.
So also, it's not only Dr. Ayuya seeing that. Doctor, if you stop, I want to show them something. It's only not Dr. Ayuya seeing that. We have what we call a pull email. A pull email indicates these are the people using the system. So immediately, since these are the people using the system, I'm also in a better position to see the email I sent, the system sent to Dr. Ayuya. So most of the time when I'm doing when a student calls to say, I have not seen an application, first before, when a student sees the application, this was 6:27 p.m. From the back end of the webmaster website, email, I'm already seeing what the student has seen. I can just also give the example. Another thing, you see, when you're doing your e-learning, most of the time people call us to ask, hey, I did my assignment and I did submit, but I'm not seeing it. I've not received any notification. I'm already asking, what is your student email? What is your admission number? So that gives us clarity to also offer better support to you as student. Then also on the student end, the student receives the same email indicating that an application has been made, which is beautiful. That's one challenge I was given by the VC to implement that, because initially I only felt like the communication was supposed to be through graduate school registrar. So I introduced that module. And when an utterance, when a trigger is made on the application, as we just to settle that immediately, because the reason as to why I'm doing this is to grow our confidence in the use of the same system, so that we get to understand the importance of all these processes. So I am sending this document to registrar for our view. So with the same, having sent this to registrar for our view, I want to share my email. Sometimes najua ni ndogo, nataka kuexpand kidogo tuone vizuri. So this is an email indicating a status change. A status change. So when you look at the status change, it definitely communicates item update status registrar verification. So my document has been moved to register for verification. So immediately registrar makes a change on this document. Immediately registrar makes a change on my document, which is, sorry that I'm displaying all this. You see, a I mean, in other words, all I wanted is to help us grow our confidence. Here, this is the admin stuff. You can all see up here. It's an elevated account on different platforms. This is the admin stuff, right? So me as the admin staff, I have no right, if I click here, to make any change, immediately I move the document to registrar. The reason as why I don't have any right, it's to grow the confidence of our processes in the system. And also, it gives us courage ourselves to go through the same system. That's the reason as why I'm a product of this, and I'm still here as a DISA student and a staff. So I will want us to also grow the same confidence in our expertise and our delivery of content to whichever places. So once I scroll down, the reason as why I put Dr. Kagweni, this email has it's been sent direct to her, because Kagweni, she has Dr. Kagweni has few applicants, and Shifra, there are two people on the system. Shifra has more applicants, probably she has 3. So that's the reason as why the system uses equal way to allocate. So if Dr. Kagweni has 1 and Shifra has none, the system gives Shifra 1, Dr. Kagweni 1, to balance their way of operation, and also to give people enough time to also be in a position to I thought about it, because most organizations, we get to bombard people with a lot of work, and some people don't work. So I decided to use the equality method. If Dr. Kagweni has 2, Shifra should have 2. Or if Kagweni has 1, pending. So they have an equal, seamless way of delivering the work. So I want to stop sharing this and then go back. I think so. There we go. Sorry, I opened many windows trying to see which one needs to be projected. Just a minute, let me close this. Thank you. Sorry for that. I just wanted to be in a position. So immediately you have this, you should be in a position to see this. Your status should change from processing to register verification. And just like I indicated, you will receive an email. Dr. Ayua, she can also confirm she has received an email. Dr. Have you received an email?
Let me just check.
Just confirm as we proceed. I do understand she has received.
Yes, I have received an email, confirming that Moses Wafula, that student is in the School of Education. The program has attached the documents, and at the moment it's being handled at the registrar, I think that is RGS's office, and then registrar.
Yes.
So then, yes.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you for being of help today. I appreciate your support. So that's how we have been we are in both sync to boost our confidence, so that we do not get at any point saying we have applied, we have not received support, and that's the kind of support we all receive. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll pause for a question just in less than a minute, and then we embark on the Isaac application. Thank you. Any question?
Wafula, this is Crispus.
Yes, Crispus.
Okay, can you take us through the feeling of that thesis report, the report itself that is in the system, the one that is being downloaded from the system?
Sure. So,
Thesis progress report.
thank you. Now, I'll jump from proposal defense to the downloads. When you look at the downloads, we have about 11 documents attached. For me, I call it an information center. The first stop if you're doing any application. And on this first stop, if you're doing an application, maybe assuming you're on your you're on your proposal defense, you're on your Isaac application, and there's a document being requested, and you do not know where the document is. You don't need to call Dr. Ayuya. You don't need to call Wafula. You don't need to ask VC, because you're at your information desk. Get to the downloads, go through, get to know what is the re-registration form, follow up on the graduate student registration exercise, which may not be necessary. Then you have the progress report, you have the Isaac application document, you have the Isaac rates as stipulated, you have the clearance form for post-final thesis stroke dissertation defense. You also have the informed consent that guides you when you're doing your data collection, when you're applying for Isaac. Maybe you're dealing with more critical data. Then we have what we call certificate of correction for thesis dissertation after proposal. So after proposal, you have done your defense, you finished your defense, we have what we call a certificate of correction. And this
I was
matrix,
just wondering whether I don't know whether the question was this report or the question is the report you receive from there. I think, yes, these things are part of your thesis, first of all. So it's just that you are uploading them separately. Is that so, Moses?
they are not they're uploaded separately.
Yeah.
You have to download them, fill
Yeah.
them. They are part of your application.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That usually they already have this in their normal thesis. They are part of your appendices.
Yes, they
in
are
your
part
appendices, you have your, and then these are two different things probably which you can bring. There is the proposal stage, there's the thesis stage. At
Yes.
proposal stage, obviously there is no Isaac.
No Isaac at all. No, I wanted to move to Isaac.
Okay.
So I just needed to mention what is here downloads.
Yeah, yes. So
We get
yes. And to emphasize that this is what is usually part of your appendices matter. So it's not like it's coming from another somewhere. This is what usually we ask you. You need to have your informed consent, for example. You need to have your NACOSTI. You need to have your ISAC. Some of them will come after the proposal, like NACOSTI and ISAC. But plagiarism and TMS progress report, which if I get 5 minutes later on, I'll just tell you you've already done for you. It's just a matter of you filling your part and signing it off. So usually these things you already have had them in your document. It's just that now you're uploading them as they're expected. Regarding on for example, the thesis management system is an approval process. It is not like it is asking you to create anything new. It is just a confirmation of a process that you have duly done your thesis in the right process. That is why it will ask you for the thesis management progression report, which we will share with you, and we already shared with you. We will pre-fill. It will ask you for your proposal to be sure that you're not defending something from nowhere. You have a proposal. It will ask you for all this just to show sorry. So all that we are simply saying is that this is already things that unakwanga, you already have them. So we just want to go through a due process. It is a confirmation process. It is also helping us to do a due diligence that we are having a student who is certified to defend a proposal in DASTA. The student has gone through a normal due process, has written a proposal, has been supervised, it has been approved, therefore they are defending, and therefore, so now we know Moses is a due student. Of course, Moses is a PhD student, but there are many PhD students in the world. We can have someone sneak and defend in DASTA and probably will never be. So it is a process that is actually capturing the integrity of the thesis process from writing to the final defense. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daktari. I appreciate your wisdom. I know been helpful. So just like the first person asked, Daktari, she's clarified, all these documents are part of your proposal, are part of your final thesis. So we can move. Sure, Peter, your hand is raised. Please proceed. Peter, I presume that was an initial hand. Then we can proceed if there is no other question. So we will move all the way to the Isaac application. So on the Isaac application, which is more will be more relevant once you're done with your proposal defense. But before that, all the processes, all the clearance on the proposal, you will receive your defense date on TMS. This will be indicated. All the defense dates will be received on TMS. Just to use this previous application, this was a dummy application. A dummy application was here. So on the dummy application, you'll be able to see processing, register, and then school verification.
Maybe Moses, before you proceed.
Okay.
I'm looking at the thesis progress report,
Okay.
and I see there is progress extent of work done.
Yes.
There is number one coursework, which is which has percentages, and then I'm supposed to tick. For example, if I have completed 100%, I tick 100% completed. University examination, study background, literature review, designing of methodology, and then research proposal submission. So in university examination,
yes,
you know, there are some wordings that maybe for coursework I am done, but university examination, am I the one supposed to tick that I'm done with it, or what should I do? And that's why I wanted you to project that document and then help us address such a concerns.
Okay, sure. Let me use this, right? This is when I had this document presented to a different group. So at coursework, this person was doing 2 units, right? So when you're doing 2 units from your maybe 20 or 12 units, it's clear indication that you are in between 76 to 100%, right? Because that's the only unit coursework you're remaining with, which is 6 hours. I'm presuming that, right? And even your thesis and dissertation still falls under your coursework, which is 76 to 100%, if not completed. So you feel you have completed, which is the only thing remaining is your thesis. You've completed. So on the university examination, it's a clear indication that you do not have an exam. Or if you had 2 units remaining, it still falls under 70 to 100%. So it means you still have not completed. But you have completed. You have 100% finished your exams. Study background and your proposal.
We can lessen the noise. Those who are my cohort, help me reduce the noise if possible, because I've made you co-host. If you can mute out completely, many people are on. Peter Luchivia, Nani, all those I don't want to call you. YouTube will look out for you Yeah. I'll
Thank you.
call the last names, Peter and Susan. Yes.
So university examination, you're done with your exams. So you no longer sit for your exams when you're doing your thesis. Study background, the reason as why you're applying for your research proposal, you already have a study background because it falls under proposal stage. Literature review, methodology, research proposal submission, you're complete. That's the reason as why you're applying for them. Just running through this application and yourself, you feel it's very good or good, depending on your satisfaction for the last 3 months. And seminars, yes, have you had seminars based on your research? Someone else said they didn't have their seminars. Someone said they had attended their research conferences. There are so many conferences happening in the Eastern. This could be an opportunity for you to tag along. Data collection, this seems to be the final thesis. They have done data collection, data treatment, process analysis. They have draft 1, draft 2 written. So they're doing their data paper presentation for submission of PhD. So it depends where you are. So you have to fill the right information depending on where you are as a person. Everything I do understand is self-explanatory when it comes to that stage. Unless there's any other question. If there's no other question, I'll proceed in the next 5 seconds. Thank you so much. So when we get to Isaac application, the same document Dr. Awia was talking about that are under downloads, you'll be in a position to fill here. The only difference that separates this, we have what we call normal review and expedited review. So for normal review and expedited review, rates are shared. So for the expedited, it means it only takes 7 working days. It's indicated here. And for the normal review, it takes 21 working days. They all have different rates of payment. So please look at that and see the type of payment. Certificate of correction, it's also under downloads, which you should be in a position to see that. Please, level of education, yes, you want to identify that, but that's not necessary. I may need to remove that. So you need to have your thesis, that is proposal. After you've done your corrections, you need to have your national ID, passport. That's Isaac requirement, national, even for NACOSTI, because of the type of data you're collecting. They may need to know the person who is collecting and do the background check. Isaac application form. The form is also under downloads. Then once you're done with that, you will move to the next stage by clicking next. The next, please, we have 2 mode of payment. We do receive M-Pesa payment. We do receive bank payment, and you have to attach your payment receipt, then the amount. Please do remember to attach date of payment, then M-Pesa code or bank code, just for reconciliation by the finance team. With that, everything will be done. So once it's done, I just want to use this application to be in a position to show us how it looks like. Application, processing, rejected, awaiting. So all those comes. So this was an expedited review, you can see, for a master's, which was paid 5,000 through M-Pesa payment. And then immediately after that was done, we can see all the relevant documents attached. I had paid 2,500. So I was payment of 2,500. So I was forced to add something. Then immediately you have that. We have what we call, they will send you an enclosure report. This is how an enclosure report looks like. Your admission number, your name, your type of research provided, questionnaires, and then these are the areas. And then this is usually the catch area, because this is where your status comes, rise to satisfaction of your supervisor. And then immediately you're done with that, and there is what we call a verdict report that will be shared to you. This is one of the verdict reports. This is the templates, Isaac. Please do not know, please note that the person reviewing your document is anonymous to you. That person may never be revealed to you. It can be Dr. Ayuya, it can be Professor Airo, in as much as they're supervising you, because it's ethical, so it will always remain anonymous. Even the person assigning, they don't know. I may know the person, but because I'm under the oath, I may never reveal. Do you want to betray Jesus? So know that I'm not betraying Jesus anytime soon. So that's how it is. Maybe any question pertaining Isaac application? Violet, you're laughing out loud. Same thing, same application. So this will give us 5 seconds. If there's no other question, we move direct to final defense. Thank you so much. So final defense application tends to be a bit complicated, not really complicated, but we have additional information that we didn't have on our previous applications. One of the application is that on the final thesis defense, we will have the same application details for the basic primary. Now we have the introduction of Isaac clearance. So you need to have Isaac permit for you to apply. Second, you will need to have what we call NACOSTI permit. And then thanks, Iso. Then confirm this for the PhD. It's not only going to be for the PhD. I'm going to introduce what we call having written 2 articles. So you have to mention, you have to key in your articles, key in your IDOS on the same system, so that we can identify that you've been in a position to do your paper. You've done your second publication for that case. Then thesis.
Just a minute before you go, there's somebody who asked, is 5K part of the fee? I don't know if you responded, but no, it is either you're paying a standard fee for normal processing time, which is you say 21 days working. So it's like a whole month, or you pay expedited fee of 5K, which makes your work just take a week. So you have 2 options of that. By the way, Isaac Daystar is like Isaac Kenyatta Hospital, Isaac anywhere. Yeah. So they are all it's just a center to process your ethical review. But there are so many centers in the country. However, we encourage all our students, because we know you are our student, we make it easier for you to process your work. But you might take to another place like Kenyatta Hospital or Kemri, and it can take you 2-3 months. So we encourage all the Daystar students to ensure they process with Daystar Isaac. It does not mean this is the only Isaac that we must go through. Isaac is just an institution representing NACOSTI on the ground. Then NACOSTI, once they have seen this institution has actually been able to approve your document, NACOSTI makes it easier for it to approve. So Isaac are all ethical committees representing the country regulatory for doing any research in the country. They are representing NACOSTI on the ground. They are all over. Some of them are but we are among the few universities in Kenya, private universities that are an Isaac center. Others are hospitals, others are research institutions like Africa Population Center, Nairobi Hospital, Keto Hospital, Kemri. All those are Isaac centers. Their fees are quite high. Even Strathmore is an Isaac center, but their fee is extremely double. Yet, NACOSTI does not regulate which center charges you what. It does not have a regulatory body to say all centers will be charging students 2,000 or 5,000. No. All of them just leave every institution to every Isaac, as long as they have given you an approval letter to be an Isaac center, to decide on the fee. I remember me when I was in my PhD, Nairobi Hospital charged me, I think it was 10,000 shillings. So every every ISAC center charges separately. But then DESTA was not an ISAC center. But now that this is an ISAC center, take advantage. We also approve documents for other students in other universities. And any other researcher in Kenya would like to be approved through, which is a must. So not just students, it can be organizations, it can be an institution. If you feel you want to choose DESTA, you choose DESTA. If you feel you want to choose Nairobi Hospital, you choose Nairobi Hospital. If you feel you want to choose Strathmore, choose Strathmore. But if you go to NACOSTI website, you'll find all accredited institutions in the country to offer ISAC certification for data collection or ethical consideration. So all of us, DESTA is your university. Take DESTA. We are cheaper and our process is easier. Thank you.
Thank you, Daktari. I do appreciate for that. Thanks for the wisdom. Agnes, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have a question for Dr. Hayuya. Now, let's say I'm collecting data from another institution. Does it mean I don't have to get the ethical approval from that institution? I can just use the one from DESTA and collect data from another institution?
ISAC is a center. It's not given to anybody. There are very few institutions in the country that can offer ISAC. No, even high schools, even some hospitals, others cannot offer. I can tell even hospitals, it's just NACOSTI, it's Nairobi Hospital, and I think Aga Khan, and I think Kenyatta Hospital. So no, all the institutions require you to have an ISAC, which means you go and get the ethical review approval from an accredited. So you are not supposed to get it from any other institution. All that, if you go to a primary school, a secondary school, or all they want is, do you have an ethical approval? Meaning that the ethical approval institution has certified that your research is not going to harm the subjects, the participants. So whoever has asked the question, you can imagine if all institutions were offering ISAC. Can Mary mute you and can you have a family out of the land? We are really talking about very serious matters. You don't need any, even for DESTA, there are people who come to pick in DESTA. We don't ask them to get our ISAC approval because they already have it from either Cambridge or Strathmore or any other place. We don't really ask them. Now, students, this is called an ethical review. It is only offered by very limited institutions in the country. Anybody collecting research in Kenya, whether you are coming from Uganda or America, you must get an ethical approval. An ethical approval means that your research is okay, has been gone through the process, people will not be armed or any risks will be on these people. There are not more than 30 in the country. There are very few.
And Dr. You're saying DESTA is one of them.
DESTA is one of them. So don't tell me you'll go to Kisii High School and expect an ISAC. It is not there. Ama wenda kwa Matoke High School. There is nothing there.
In other words, Daktari, it makes no sense. We are already students at DESTA University, and DESTA is an accredited institution, so we might as well benefit from that, right?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
And as I said, you can imagine the whole country, even if you're coming from Europe, you can choose, you are to choose only in this. I think there are about 25 centers in the country to give you an ethical approval. One of it is DESTA. So that is why you go to DESTA. Don't belabor. Once you go to Matoke High School and they see you have an ethical approval and they see you have NACOSTI, they don't have a problem because they know their people are not at risk of anything in that research. So you have to have, yes, Kisii is receiving because I know someone is doing in Kisii. Now, so you need NACOSTI, you need ethical approval, and then NACOSTI, both of them. NACOSTI now gives you the permit. We have only one institution in the whole country to give you a permit, and that is NACOSTI. Even if you are coming from America, Europe, China, and you're a Chinese, you can never collect data in Kenya without a permit. That permit is from NACOSTI. It's a government institution. You can never collect data in Kenya, even if you're coming from China or anything. When you don't have an ISAC means institutional. Institutional Ethical Review Committee. You people, and I want us to be also taking time to read and go. The Institutional Ethical Review Committee. It must approve. So those two must. And even if today, Walter, you go to China, you must have their NACOSTI, equivalent of their NACOSTI to collect data. You don't get the one in Kenya. You get the one in that country. NACOSTI, you also must get an ethical approval in that country. Now the question begs here, are there students who will collect like Desiree? Desiree is not going to collect data in Kenya. I know that for real. Desiree, you will not be required to get the Daystar ISAC, and you will not be required to get the Daystar NACOSTI. So Desiree, since you are going to collect data in South Africa, now, South Africa, in fact, their name is the same. It's NACOSTI, National Science and Technology. Will we expect you to get a letter from NACOSTI South Africa? We will also expect you to get an ethical approval by an institution that has been tasked to give those things. So those who are going to collect data in other countries, I know there's somebody in Congo here, there are people I don't know where. Those ones, we will ask you to get those approvals, but Daystar will not accept. Daystar will not accept to see you come and without those documents, because nowhere in the world allows anybody to collect data on human beings without getting those two documents. So we must see the equivalent, Desiree. Your NACOSTI, which is there in South Africa, and it's actually called NACOSTI. We also want to see an ethical review, whether it's by University of Pretoria, I don't know, whatever. You take your document there, they'll approve. When we'll be uploading, we will just know that this is an ethical review from University of Pretoria and NACOSTI from South Africa. I hope now it makes clarity to people who are asking questions. So those two documents, however, I can add this. Yes, CRISPR has already even now done a calculation. In Kenya, there are 32. Now, there are some people who are collecting data in schools, and sometimes they'll tell you, oh, you have to go to the ministry to also know, like police ministry to show. It's okay, but that does not mean it's NACOSTI and does not mean it is ISAC. It just means that they want you to have another additional letter, maybe by the Ministry of Education, if that is. I'm not saying that's what people do, but sometimes some schools can be so nasty for some people. Say, oh, well, lazima, you have to go to the county, they give you. Fine. Go present to the county the three things. You'll present the ISAC, you'll present the NACOSTI, and you'll present your proposal. They will not, as long as they've seen those two letters, in Kenya, they will never deny you to collect data. Nobody will ever deny you to collect data as long as you have those. And that happens in South Africa, in Uzbekistan, or Kazakhstan, in another country, or in America. So it is country specific. If you are from Burundi, Rwanda, South Africa, Sudan, your country, as long as you collect data from your country, we will expect you to get those letters from your country. If you are collecting from Kenya, you must get from Daystar and NACOSTI.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Daktari. I think an additional information is, please do remember that some of the institutions you're going to collect the data from may not approve or guarantee or grant you an opportunity to collect the data because of their company internal policies. I'll just give an example. We had a student who wanted to do a research in Safaricom, but Safaricom rejected the student from doing the same data collection. So you may not be special when an organization or an institution rejects your application for you to go there. Most of the time, we tend to advise students, please get a recommendation letter from your school that allows you to go out to do data collection, because the logo you have carries a lot of significant meaning with the same referee person who's referring you to an institution of certain caliber. So do not neglect that, so that you have a seamless research process. So you can always reach out to Dr. Ayuya for a recommendation letter to do your data collection. So from that, the same process.
Just a minute, I forgot one more thing. Just all these letters sometimes, like now, Desiree and everybody else, somebody might want to, we will introduce you as our student. So always know that all of us, Mbui will give you, or me, or Felipe, we're going to give you an introduction letter to say you are a genuine student, because that letter is important. For some people will never allow you saying, how do we know you're a student? Even if you have NACOSTI, even if you have what, we'll always give you an introduction letter, so that whatever you do, you use it, because some people have to confirm you are genuinely a student. So yes, all of you, request for, once you've done your proposal, we'll use an education person, admin, to give all of you an introduction letter.
Thank you so much, Daktari. I felt like I needed to speak into that, and thank you for clarifying. For me, I just want to say I've come to an end of our presentation today, and if there is any other question, clarification, it will be my opportunity to expel that to us. And I invite you, if you ever stuck at any point, please reach out to me. Feel free. Reach out to Daktari. We have a very vibrant and supportive team from Daystar University. We want to have many researchers in our country. We want to have good policy makers. I appreciate His Excellency Nyampane is here, because we want to shape our country, and we want to have a better institution as Daystar. Thank you so much. If there's any other question, I kindly invite. And Daktari, thank you for this opportunity to have this marvelous team to share with. And I pray abundance to them and a happy new year as well. Thank you.
Yeah, clap for Moses. School has not begun, but when you find a young PhD student who is working, by the way, Moses really helped us during cohort 1. If he didn't do it, I don't know. It would have been very difficult to have people graduate on time. And that's why we must speed up our process so that we can do. Thank you so much, Moses. You always are a blessing to me, even if no other dean or director will ever tell you that. And we have worked cordially since you were a student at undergraduate until now he's a PhD student. We have worked together. He's a good listener. He gets to get advice. But now, more importantly, is that he has become a colleague. And that is what what we need to do. So this is a process. It is not very tedious. It is just that we want to verify everything else, certain things, whatever. Usually comments can be like, the registrar can say, oh, you've not finished your coursework. So those who have not finished some of their courses, we will sort them out. Meanwhile, we will sort them out, but we have to defend our proposal as we finish out. There are people, 2 or 4 or 5 people who have issues here and there. We'll sort them out. But the rest of you, we expect you to finish you have done your coursework, you've passed your exams, and you've done everything was possible. Now, something to also make that most of it did not pay for thesis last semester. And therefore, others have even overpaid. Their fees, they're paid until they need Daystar to refund them. So, this is a payment. We have not paid for a whole semester. If you have not paid, please don't wait until that day and then you get frustrated. Surely, in fact, if you are paying something little, $10, $200 in your account, you'd have cleared these fees a long time ago. If not, make sure, because this semester it will be loaded by Moses Kyoko. So make sure and once you've paid, you're not going to pay for another thesis, whether final thesis or it is covering all the thesis work. And it is the same amount, 66,240. So I think for me, that is what I would want to say. You need to pay 66,240. If you did not pay, if you have money in your account, don't worry. If you had already paid, don't worry. If you've already done that, don't worry. But if you're not paid, because we were paying 66,240 and that mean first semester, 66,240 second semester, 66,240 third semester, and now the final semester. So Moses, maybe I take them. I don't know whether TMS form you're taking them through them. Just a little 5 minutes.
Sorry,
The
Dr.
TMS form, do you have any there? I want just to let them know that we've already filled and we have shared, so they are just filling in the information. The one for proposal.
Or one for proposal, sure, Dr.
Yeah.
Dr. Ayuya,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. This is Joseph.
Yes,
On the same issue of payment, there was a question on chat asking whether the 66,240 is part of the money that will cater for ISAC.
No.
You know, I want to repeat, ISAC is a very independent. By the way, ISAC is not. ISAC is a very independent body. It's just that DESTA is an approved center. So no, 66 is not part of the ISAC money. ISAC money is separate. Yes.
Yeah, it's an affiliate of NACOSTI.
It's working on behalf of NACOSTI. NACOSTI could have asked you to pay 10,000 so that they do all these things. But what they do, they distribute their fee with the institution that they are picked as a center. So no, ISAC is not affiliated. That's why assume today you are going to get an ethical review or an ISAC approval from Kenyatta Hospital. You will not take it from that money, isn't it? You wouldn't take it from that money. You'll pay for that. It is the same in DESTA. Those are independent bodies that are doing their work separately. Is that they are sitting within DESTA?
Thank you for this.
So Joseph, if I get it right, we are just getting an extended service through DESTA on behalf of where the money is.
Yeah. Yes. Someone has asked, what if you paid an extra? Can the university deduct? Yes. Because this is an accountability process. There's nothing wrong. If you have paid more money, yes, the university will deduct from your account. After all, it will account for that money, and therefore, so there's no problem.
So I'm sharing the ISAC rates.
Yeah.
The normal review for a Deisterian student is usually 5,000. For expedited, it's usually 5,000. But if you're applying direct through NACOSTI without going through its affiliate institution, you'll have to pay 7,500. So if you are a Deisterian and you're applying for your master's for an expedited, let's begin with a normal review. You're applying for an expedited review, you're going to pay 6,500. But if that's not the case, you're going to apply as an external, which in this case, you're going to apply through NACOSTI, you're going to pay 3,750. So if you want the one that takes few days, which is 7 days, it's going to take 5,000. But if you're going through an external process, it's going to take 7,500. So in this case, it means if you are an affiliate, your institution tends to benefit. If you're not an affiliate, your institution the person applying tends to incur more cost than the affiliate institution. That's what it means. Thank you.
So they revised this rates, right? It's no longer so. You sure it's true? Oh yes. Master students pay 2,500 for Deisterian. Non-Deisterian will pay 3,750 shillings. And then if you want expedited fee, if you're a Deisterian, you pay 5,000. If you're a non-Deisterian from outside, you pay 7,500. So that is where you are. The rest, forget about them. The PhD, Deisterian and Deisterian. And then, of course, because you see the PhD, even their length of their document. So, and that's why I told you, can you imagine you are paying 2,500 and some of you have written 3 pages of chapter 3 on ethics. 3 sentences. That ethics has to be really strengthened because they go through the whole that section, and I send you a template. So you are paying for that. That's exactly what you are paying for, so that they can see the document matters. And then cost, I think it's 5,000 something. I think so for the panel.
Yes, Dr. Well done.
Yeah. So now I send you a form that the one Moses, you want to show that TMS, which I've already pre-filled for most of them.
For what exactly, Dr.?
For the proposal, the TMS progress report.
Yeah, sure. I can show them the one I had pre-filled.
Yeah.
students verified and then
For proposal, you need this one. Before you submit your proposal, you need to submit the TMS progress report. I shared on your email, and I already pre-filled. You just now need to fill your place. And then now I am signing on behalf of the VC, who is your first supervisor, which makes it easier for you. But it will be good that your second supervisor, once the second supervisor signs, then I don't have to go through anything. I already filled this form for you. Don't know if you can expand a little bit further. Yes, are you using the same logins in TMS? I don't know what you mean the same logins. Do you mean with the same as the DU online?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this form, I don't want to go through. Right, period covered. You know, we are covering now from the time you joined Daystar and now January, which you have filled. And then now you as a student, your name is John Kamande. Your email is there. That is your number. You'll say you're at a master's level, and this is your supervisor. You can write one, the first supervisor is Professor, but you can write both of them. And then coursework, we have said you're finished. Tick everything here to show you have completed. You have completed everything. It's already ticked. Have you obtained ethical approval for research? No, because a proposal. I read the quality of my work in the last 3 months as good. And then in the last 3 months, I have given departmental seminar based on my research. I think, yes, like now. No, we don't do that seminars. So that's for PhD students, say no. Attended any conference in area? If you have attended, say yes. Nobody's really going to look at that. And then how far are you here? I think we have already completed data. We have done everything, but now this part is now after the proposal. So you can just say data collection, you are within the first 25%. We've not completed. So we will complete this one after we've done the proposal. Have you received any feedback? Of course, yes. If yes, when did you receive? You can give any date. Move on. Like most of you are going to receive the latest data I've given. Any challenges you experience? None. You don't want to give yourself writing many stuff. Then you sign. Then I have already completed for you this section. If you notice, I've already completed for all of you. I've finished completing this section for you. So all you need to do is sign there in your place. And I've already even signed for most of you already. I've signed. It is enough a signature, but I need to see your second supervisor signing so that now we can be able to do. Don't fill here because I've already filled. So don't fill part C. I've already completed most of your part. So ignore part C, ignore part D. I've already covered for you in that section. Is that okay? Yeah?
Yes.
So part C don't fill, part D don't fill. Once you filled your section and I filled my section, all I need is your signature, second supervisor, we are done. So that is all, I think. Anything else? We are now winding up. So the only thing I want to tell you folks is, please use this week to finish your work. For me, almost all my students are done in my team. The ones who are slow, but the ones who are very quick are almost done. I've even cleared 3 already. Joshua, who else? Joshua, is it who? Joseph? But who? I've already cleared them completely. So make sure that your supervisor is completing you. Yes, Hillary, some people, that's for signing on part B and C. Sign whatever dates, but the ones I have pre-signed, just let them be. You can sign and put whatever dates. You can put as mine if you want. That I've already put in the already form. So I've already done most of my students that are defending. Most of them are in chapter 3, finishing up their last corrections. And some of them I've already given to the cohort supervisor to check also and give a nod. So I'll send a schedule, tentative schedule for defenses so that you work in that. hopefully that most of you, the nursing students, I'm so proud of you. All of you are done. Up to chapter 3, I think they've already even uploaded on the TMS.
Yes, I have in fact cleared them.
Oh, imagine all of them. And they are together. Wamesoma pamoja in this year. All of them. The 12 students. We are so proud of you. Congratulations. All of them have been cleared. They are waiting for defense. So just waiting for the schedule. And you want to prove true? Moses, you can show them. You know they're thinking you're lying.
No, they are here. We can all see them here.
Yeah.
I already cleared them. They're under the registrar. We can see them. In fact,
School of Nursing. All of you, you are in class with, who is this? Joyce Miu. You were in class with Joyce. You were in class with, who are they? Can you read their names? So that they can hear that their colleagues finished a long time ago. They finished before we went for Christmas.
Maybe, Doctor, it's because we are not in nursing school. That is why we are delaying.
Don't even try to say those excuses.
Doctor, we shared our proposals with you.
No, we can give credit.
No, you know, sharing a proposal that is looking like you've not thought about through and writing as if you are throwing to your supervisor, it will stay. You need to give a supervisor document. You're not writing. Some of you even are putting Paka logos on cover pages. Some of you are putting notes in documents. You can't throw notes and call it a proposal, but it has to be a proposal.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah. So nursing students will be the first team to be finishing up, and all of us. So I expect that this week and the most of the week, we have done our work and finished. As of today, I don't owe any student of mine work. Any of them. So work hard. We must finish. Data collection will take us another 1 month. Data analysis. April, we are all going to defend our proposals. If latest that we'll defend our final thesis is May. Because now you have to clear by June and July so that we can now be able to know that you are now graduating. You are many of you. And like the other class, it was easier for me to handle because there were only 42 students.
42, yeah.
Now you are more. You have doubled. So I also need to do, and I'm also running the directorate work. So we have to work hard. So I want to bring this to closure. Unless you have any question, I hope this cites you and this makes you go and work hard.
Dr. just to say something, thank you for bringing clarity to all of us. I'm just praying that we can all be done with our work by June. My prayer, Dr. wants May, because I also want to rest, and most of us want to rest. So can we do the work? That's all I can ask for. Can we keep pushing?
And it's because, Moses, the last minute is so stressful and people get pressure and they're almost giving up.
Yes.
We saw even cohort 1. There are some people who almost gave up.
True.
It's just that now we had the spirit of encouraging them. This time around, we can't have spirits to encourage so many of you. We just have one spirit.
And we have to do it. We have to deliver. I will be here. We will push. We have to succeed. From the director, Daktari tutasukuma. They have to push.
Anyone else, as we bring this to a closure? Mr. President, you've seen, you are now a witness that we have done our best. Talk to your students so that we close.
His Excellency stepped out, so I think someone else can say something.
Let me pick randomly. Violet, speak to your colleagues so that we finish. So that you're a witness to what we have done today.
Happy New Year, everyone. I just take this opportunity to thank you, Daktari. Thank you, Moses, for the session. I think I've really learned a lot. I just pray that God will give us the grace. I really like it that, Daktari, your team really push us so much. And I just want to encourage all of us that If nursing has done it, I think we can do it. So I think let's just put our act together. Let's encourage one another within our groups so that we finish strong as we started strong. Otherwise, thank you so much. And I wish you a blessed time ahead. God bless all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Shaban?
Yes, Daktari, I just wanted to say it's a pleasure to be here to continue studying at Daystar, and with the kind of workforce that I'm seeing and the guidance that I'm also seeing from you and from Wafula. I'm assured we are in good hands, and we'll do our best to push. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Shaban. Yes, others? Asante? All right. So Happy New Year, but we are not going to sleep until we finish our defense. We are not sleeping, people. I'll give a schedule. It's your responsibility to work within that schedule and finish your defense. And when we are finished, we are moving on. Since we don't go back, we keep on going back. So I'm really, really happy and looking forward to supporting you. And Cohort 3 is coming up with a bang. For them, they're already done with chapter 1. So you can imagine by the time they finish their class, they'll be done by chapter 3. And there are many, they are like 160 something. So you also want me to live long so that I can support others. And I also want you to graduate and move out and begin your PhD like Moses just finished and he has begun his PhD. Nowadays, people are graduating as soon as they finish their masters, especially the ones who want to come to academics, get their PhD as quickly as possible. They don't keep out. I want to pray for you and then we close. Father, I want to thank you so much for these students. The cohort 2. Thank you for giving us Moses, who has been a blessing to us began this program to now. We pray over his life, and even as he takes his studies in the PhD, help him through, make his journey very easy and manageable. But for this cohort 2, I want you to give them a renewed spirit to complete their work and then graduate. Father, we have them this month that they may be able to defend their proposal. We know that nothing is impossible before you. So we commit. We pray for those who are not feeling well, like Michuli, who was just discharged in the hospital. Is it 2 to 3 days ago? We pray that, Lord, you may cover them with the blood of Jesus and that you may grant them your favor, God. I pray that, Lord, may they find favor with their lecturers and may they find favor in your eyes as they pursue their studies. 2026, we're going to really, really praise and honor your name and could trust you through, even if, Lord, whatever happens, Lord. For now, Jesus, give them the spirit to work so hard. Keep them healthy. Keep everything they are doing, the internet, the laptop, they will not crash. The paperwork will not get lost. They don't have a confusion on how they save their documents. Give them easy process on TMS and ISAC and ACOSTI data collection. Make it so easy for them. We want to glorify your name just as we did for cohort 1 and tell people, God, who you are and speak to people about your goodness. And in advance, we already praise you because the whole of this class will graduate. In Jesus' name, we do believe and pray. Amen.
Amen.
God bless you so much, and we'll definitely be in on the forum now. All right.
Thanks.
All right. Mose.
Daktari, we are supposed
yes, we are. Me and you are supposed to go through something. Yes, I almost thought I've ended the class. So everybody, you can leave and allow me to go through the training a little. All right, Mose, we can continue. Najua kuna wale wanakaa tu, but if it's something that I need just to go through.
Si vienda. Hii vienda na
nilikuwa nimepost na confusingi watu wana confuse si vienda na VC at Daystar. I don't know why. Some people. Nilikuwa nimepost pale kwa IDB. I'll not be surprised sister kiku.
Nilikusema aje. Hebu spell vienda.
Si vihenda, VIHENDA. Vihenda.
at HCV.
Vihenda, Vihenda. Vihenda.
Mbona
Just vile
siwezi?
nasema Henda.
Nisha kwani unataka kuniambia uko TMS?
Sina kwanga TMS, sina approving ya wanafunzi wote. Kwani umenitumiaje notification? Ulinitumiaje notification? Kuna watu walijoin tu na kutoka, wakina Derek Bundi, Anastasia, Helen, Isaac, Lydia, Madrin, Marine, Wilson, Ronald, Purity. You can leave, so guys, it's just me alone. There's nothing for you. Tokeni ndio tusiwatoe ndio hii sikatae kuwaingisha next time. If you remove this, it might not give you chance to come back in this link. It will make you like you are an outsider, and then it will give you trouble to come back in the same, using the same link. Yeah. Ni mimi tu, I want to go through a small training.
Wow, okay. Lakini, Dr. Caro.
Yes.
I'm wondering, sisi ndio tumemaliza chapter 1 tukatuma. Hii kitu, was it for us?
Oh, kuna wengine ni cohort 3. Cohort 3 hapana. Cohort 3 nyinyi bado hii ikiwa cohort 1. It's just
karibu tupate depression na ni new year.
No. It was for cohort 2, wengine hawakuingia. I posted on the wrong group. In fact, I should have apologized.
Goodness, even those who are commenting there, Kina Violet Akibaya is in cohort 3, and I'm like, what? Did I miss something?
No apologies. No.
Sawa, thank you.
No.
Sawa daktari. So, in fact, there's nothing special.
No, yeah.
I want to take you through supervised application. Like, let's use the example of Moses Wafula, who had under School of Education. So you come to Moses, that edit. Once you've opened the application of Moses, kuna hii inakaa kama kalamu.
Edit, yes.
Click on that edit, and then kuja useme mentor ni wewe. Right. CV and mbona natafuta. So mentor ni wewe. First of you can always change status. Please always tumia hii status. You have to move this document to registrar.
Yes.
Choose registrar. You click OK. Itatumia supervisor wake email. Ya student email. End of the status, student ataona. Under School of Education. So go back, when you look at School of Education, kwa registrar, you'll have to scroll. First of all, wacha to define, tuseme you want to see application za School of Education, sindio?
Yes.
La kuona hii School of Arts. So utakuja kwa applied filter, click applied filter. Chini yake kuna supervisor application, click ndani ya box ya supervisor application, then select field, utaselect na utakuja hapa chini hadi school. Na under school kuna filter values.
Yes.
Filter by values utakuta only School of Education. Utaisave. Ukisave italeta hawa students 12 under your supervision. Anytime una make a check applicants, hii status ilimuviwa na Dr. nani? Dr. Ayuya. Hii application utaona umeituma kwa registrar na supervisor wake ni Dr. Mwaka first na mentor wake ni Dr. Mwaka. So go back, mkona applications zimemekiwa. Are you able to log in?
Actually, I see some people, although isn't a kitambo, some of them. Lakini
but
Joseph wa pili ni sawa, Yvonne aligraduate. Zingine ni za kitambo, zingine walisha graduate. Sijui kwa nini zilikuwa cleared.
no, haukuwa cleared because ukiangalia kama hapa Bugui aligraduate. Huo ulikuwa
Ndio is
supervisor.
Bugui, by the way.
Huyu alikuwa school education. So I was Muriasi Murangi, Masinjagi na Dr. nani si wako. So student alimes school application.
Oh, I see.
So hiyo si wewe. So zenye ziko under wewe,
So hao watoto nafaa kuwa clear.
unafaa ku-change status zao. Kama walishamaliza
Oh, I need to change all their status.
kama walimaliza, waligraduate, Eke tu wewe kama weka vice supervisor 1, juu wa pili, then eka graduated. So that read waligraduate, so hawakusumbui anymore.
Okay. Yeah, because hao watu waligraduate. Kuna kina Paula Amata, kina Jimmy Sanya, Mosete, Onchami, Gikunda. Joseph Apiri huyu ndio najua sasa hii ni new application nafikiri.
Sasa kwa hiyo Joseph Apiri, unajua supervisor wake wa kwanza ni nani?
I think ni nani? Ni VC. VC ndio supervisor wa kwanza na Martin Munyao. Martin Olo.
Sasa since unajua supervisor wake imeandikwa action, hii action utaenda utafute hii kalamu, uklik hiyo on your end, kisha click hiyo kalamu ita open up application yake. So mentor always jina yako Dr. Yuya, then supervisor utaweka jina huyo, ya VC second supervisor utaweka Dr.
Lakini sasa sitaki VC apate notification. Unajua VC aja enable some of these things na settings zake. Sitaki apate so many notifications. So I don't know how we'll do it because
acha tu apate juu hazina impact kwa email yake. Akipata atajua tu
sitakuja. Tunaona kama sasa nimepata unless I go and do settings. Tunaona umenitumia nikapata so you can imagine anapata hizo notifications za hao wanafunzi almost 88.
So kitu tunafanya ile time utakuwa ready kuzifanya zote, niambie ni disable kwa supervisor 1. Ndio isimtumie. Inaweza mtumia watu kama 10 na wengine tunaweza disable.
Okay.
Yes.
What about in his place I put my name ama Magda ama something so that we don't
Eka jina yako basi.
Yeah, I would rather because mimi ndio na approve yake supervisor 1.
Hiyo jina yako iko sawa. Eka tu jina yako. Hiyo ita work fit. So na kila kitu yake itakuwa sawa.
It will be better that way. Otherwise atapata nyingi tu na ajui cha kufanya alafu haongei.
Huwa analenga tu. Yeye ulenga tu. So eka jina yako upate zote.
Pia unaona kama Crispy Sokale huyu huyu ni second cohort. Actually huyu ni second cohort.
Kitu nataka nataka uingie final defense. Sasa kwa hii final defense nilisha filter school of education, si ndio? Nataka uselect hii. Unaona hii hapa juu?
All of them action.
Select action. Kuja scroll down.
Update.
Si ndio? Update.
Graduated.
Kuna place imeandikwa date and time. Ama office handling, ita depend. So kwa office handling, eka graduate school. Completed, depending on application completed.
Application na mbona that's what we used to do. Why we used to have application, why is it not having that state updated?
Because status yako imebaki verified date given, au kuweka application complete. Ukiangalia ni mimi niliweka Moses. Ukiangalia jina ni mimi. Okay. Kama hii application ilikuwa ilianzia hapa, ikaenda kwa register, ikaenda finance, ikaenda Turnitin, ikaenda school, na ikabaki hapo, so nikaipost verified and date given, so unaweza sema application completed.
Okay, I see.
Hiyo tu peke yake nilikuwa nataka, hiyo ni final na propose. After yako hiyo, vile nilisema to add filter, go to filter, please select school, then select school of education, then weka to application completed.
Yes.
Pick to
Okay.
app, hapa selected, application completed. Zile zenye zilikuwa applied last year.
Oh, so they are still pending, in other words.
Haitakuletea any confusion from your end.
Kwa sababu tusipofanya hivi itajimix na hizi zingine new applications.
Itakuwa inakusumbua time ya additional. Utake kujua na wanafunzi wangapi wako under graduate school, wanafunzi wangapi wako under registrar na school.
I wish nita update hizo status because I don't want them to stress me. Nilikuwa nimetuma hapo kwa ADB nikasema training 114. I'm sure sister kama huko hajajua atakuuliza, nimesikia ulikuwa na training, mbona huko niambia? Nilishukia nikakumbuka kwa hiyo forum.
Hizi by the way, hata meeting ya jana siku invitiwa. Nikacheka nikaje, ni sawa tu.
Wacha jaribu kuleta hiyo, hata BC atashtuka. Hata BC nimemwambia 114 students wamefanya training sai. So anza kuambia you didn't tell me ama nini. Ni ujinga. You should even be happy work is going on.
To log in, to log out hapa tutapatane in the next after.
I thought I had stopped YouTube.
No, log out.